And then exhale, we go down. Good. Letting the arms hang, let the head hang, take a breath in. And then you exhale and you roll back up, scooping through the belly as you come up, squeezing through the glutes, stack the spine, shoulders go down and back. We're gonna do one more, chin to chest. We roll down, let the arms hang, let the head go, let any tension come out of the neck there. Inhale at the bottom, and then exhale, roll through this, coming back up. Whenever you come up to the top, I want you to take your arms into a genie arm. I'm going to turn to the side just slightly so you can see. I want you to go down and just some light standing footwork here, and then we'll come back up just a little bit standing. And then we're going to do some movements down on the mat today, mimicking some movements that we do on the reformer. And I'll be giving you some cues that match the same cues that we use on the reformer. I think it'll get you a little bit deeper into some of those mat exercises. Shoulders are relaxed down and back. Good. Now you're going to hold this down. Just breathe. Just drop the bottom down. And 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Then you're going to stand all the way up. You're going to go back down. Hold that genie arm. You're going to take one leg, lift it, keep the knee bent, and then set the foot down. Opposite leg, lift it with the knee bent, set it back down, and stand back up. You're going to go back down, lift one leg, and back down, lift the other leg and back down, and then we stand. We go down, lift one leg and down, lift the other leg and down, and we stand. This time we go down, hold it there, take the same leg and lift and just barely tap the toes. Lift and tap. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Foot down, we stand up. We go back down. Opposite leg lifts, and then you just barely tap the toe to the floor. 2, 3, relax those shoulder blades down and back. 5, 6, 7, and 8. Foot down, we stand all the way up. We're gonna go down, hold it there, alternating legs, 1 and down, 2 and down, 3, woo, 4, 5, 6, 7, hold this down, little pulses down, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Stand all the way up and take your feet super wide. Your elbows are gonna come in by your side, palms are gonna face up. We're gonna go down into a straddle plie, and then exhale, press back up. Inhale as you go down, exhale as you lift. Good. Make sure those knees are tracking right over the middle of the toes. We're gonna do one more here. Then you're gonna add the arms. Arms go in by your side, arms reach all the way up. Pull them in and reach. Think of the pull more than the push to the top. Think of pulling down on a rope from the ceiling. Lift and then pull in. Lift and pull down and in. Draw the shoulder blades down and back, pull that bottom rib down. You're gonna hold this down. Good. Take your knees and your hands and push them backwards. Little pulses backwards of the knees, backwards of the hands for 8, 7, 6, should be getting warmer now. 4, 3, 2, and 1. You're gonna stand all the way up, reach those arms up, and just reach over to one side and hold. Good, big deep breath, back in the center. Reach over to the other side, stay strong through your feet. Good, lifting all the way up. Circle your arms down and around, turn the toes forwards, fold forwards just one time with those legs wide. Hold here, take a big deep breath in, and then exhale, slowly roll up. Good, I'm gonna ask you to grab one weight If you want to make it a little bit heavier, you can by grabbing 2 and holding on to them. I have a 3-pound weight. If you want something a little bit heavier than that, definitely grab it if you need it. You're going to be standing on the mat lengthwise, and I want you to take your left foot forwards. Your right foot is back, and on the back foot, the heel is always lifted. Focusing on your balance, making sure that you're not on the same railroad track, you're on separate ones. The weight is going to come to your chest. We're going to go down into a lunge. We're going to come up, straighten the legs. You're going to hinge forward from there. Hold here. Good. Then you're going to come up onto both feet on the toes. You're going to rise up. You're going to go down into a lunge on both toes. You're going to rotate towards that front leg, so to the left. Keep the balance. You're going to go back into the center, lift, and then drop both feet. Let the back heel push backwards a little bit. You're going to lift and come forwards. Find that hinge. You're going to come back up to the top. Keep your balance. Rise up on both feet on the toes. Go down into your lunge. Rotate to the left. Come back into the center. Lift up still on the toes and drop the heels. Back foot just presses down slightly. You're going to hinge forward. Lift up. Take your time here. Rise up onto both feet on the toes. Go down into a lunge. Find your rotation to the left. Pull the belly and the back in together. Back in the center. You're going to lift. Drop the feet. Hinge forwards. Good. Lift the chest. Come up tall. Rise up on both feet on the toes. Go down into a lunge. Rotate to the left. Back into the center. We lift and then we drop the feet. Hinging forwards again. Coming up. We rise up onto those toes. Find your balance. Find your focal point. Lunge down. Rotation, hold. Back in the center. If you're on carpet, this is even more challenging. Lift. Drop the heels. Hinge forward. Just a couple more. We lift, rise up onto the toes, bend down into the lunge, rotate, back into the center. We lift and drop the feet. Hinge forward, last one on this side. We lift, good, rise up onto the toes. We go down into the lunge, find your rotation, back to the center, rise up and drop both feet. Now fold forwards, you can set the weight down. You're gonna press the back heel down and maybe step it in a half of a step to where you can get it all the way down. Find a stretch on the back of that leg. Hold here. I want you to bring your hands down to the mat, step your feet back into a plank position and hold this. Take a big deep breath. And I want you to slowly lift the hips for 2, go into a pike and shift back forwards for 2 counts. Good. You're gonna lift and plank and plank. Good. Smooth transitions, not having to move the feet forwards and forwards. Pull the belly in as if you're drawing the carriage closer towards the foot bar and your hands are on the foot bar here. Think of pulling that carriage in, zipping the belly up, 2 more. Inhale, and then exhale, pull it in. 1 more. And exhale, pull it in. Hold here, lift the hips, hold it in that pike, walk your hands back to your feet, and then we'll slowly roll up from there. Good, we're gonna grab our weight again. Let's do the other side for those balancing lunges. You'll have your right foot forwards this time, your left foot is back. It's not the deepest lunge that you've ever done. You wanna keep it a tiny bit more shallow. Hold this. I want you to lift up nice and tall. You're gonna hinge forwards. You're gonna lift the chest, keep that back heel lifted. Then you're gonna rise up onto both feet on the toes. You go down into a lunge, rotate to the right this time. Find that balance. Rotate back to center, rise up still on both feet on the toes, drop the heels, and then hinge forwards. You're gonna lift. Good, rise up onto the toes on both feet. Go down into that lunge, find your rotation to the right, add obliques working there, stabilize, lift, drop the heels, and then hinge. Back heel is always just a little bit lifted. Lift all the way up. Rise up onto your toes. Go down. Rotate. Center. Lift and lower. Hinging forwards, keeping your focal points. Lift. Good. Rise up onto the toes. We lower. Rotate, keeping it slow. Back into the center. You lift and drop the heels. Hinge forwards. You should feel a nice stretch on that back leg on the front of it as we rotate. Lift up onto the toes, go down. As you rotate, feeling a stretch on the front of that hip flexor on the left leg, back to center. Lift, and then drop the heels. Hinge forwards. Good, rise, you're almost there. Go down, we rotate. Back to center, lift, and then lower. Hinge. It's a variation of our standing footwork today. Single leg, lift up, go down, you rotate, back to center, rise up, and drop the heels. Again, hinge, you lift the chest, rise up, go down, we rotate. We're gonna do one more, back in the center, rise up onto those toes, and you lower. Good, hinge, last one. Lift, feel those feet working hard. Rise up, we go down. Rotate towards the leg, back into the center, rise up, and drop the heels. You're gonna fold forwards, drop the weight, maybe shift the back foot in half a step. That way you can get both of the heels down, find a stretch on the back of that front leg. Good. Your hands are gonna go down to the mat, shift back into a plank position, and just hold here for some strength. I want you to push up and away from the mat. I want you to engage your quadriceps. Think of pushing your heels backwards away from you to lengthen out through the body. Draw your shoulders down and away. Pull the belly into the back and the back into the belly at the same time. Take 2 big breaths here. Good. Dropping down to the knees and then reaching the arms out in front of you. You're going to drag your fingertips back towards you, slowly roll up. In true reformer fashion, we're going to move from our footwork onto our abdominal work. I want you to take it down onto the mat, nice and slow, with your knees bent, your feet flat. And the arms are going to go long out in front. We're going to roll down slowly here. Once we get down to the bottom, just reach the arms up over the head, find a nice big stretch. You're going to bring your right leg up to tabletop and then the left leg up. I want you to reach your arms straight up towards the sky and then envision yourself with your hands on the small straps of the reformers. There's a little bit of tension there. You're going to lift the head and chest and then press into the tension on those handles. Really envision yourself on the machine, pressing further into those arms and then lowering back down, lifting the arms. Lift the head and chest, press into those hands. Shoulders are down and away, knees are squeezing together, and then we lower. Lift the head and chest, stay lifted here and hold. You're going to kick the legs out away from you and pull the knees back in. Again, kick out and pull back in. 2 and 1. You're going to pull the knees in, lower down. Make sure you're still thinking about the tension in those straps. Lift the head and chest, press down into the hands and those straps. Reach one leg away and then the other. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. You'll go to tabletop and then we'll lower down. Lift the head and chest, press into your hands, extend the legs out and away from you, and then crisscross back and forth at the ankle. Keeping engagement through the inner thighs and the quads. You'll go to tabletop and then we'll lower down. Lift, press into those handles, extend the legs out, exhale, lift both legs up, point the toes. Inhale, you lower. Exhale, lift. Inhale, we lower. One more. You're going to go to tabletop and then we lower back down. Lifting into this, press into your hands, extend the legs all the way out, and then hamstring pull. One leg pulls back and then the other. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Tabletop and we lower down. We should be burning by now. Lift the head and chest, press into the hands, press into those handles again really far, extend the legs out, open to the width of your mat, close the legs, bend the knees in, and then we lower. Lift into it again, extend the legs away, open for 2, 1 and 2, knees in, and we're back down. Lift again, burns just as much as on the reformer, open 3, 2, 1, knees in, lower down. Lift and push, legs out, open for 4, 3, 2, 1, knees in, and we're back down. Lift, push, legs out, open 5 times. Good, big deep breath. Lift, legs out, you got this, open for 6. Nice, almost there, ladies, here we go. Lift, legs out, open for 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, knees in, lower down. Woo, we can do this. Lift, legs reach away, press into those handles. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, knees in, and we lower down. Reach those arms all the way back. Pull the knees into your chest. Hug them, take a big deep breath. Good, I want you to rock yourself up and make a little change on your mat. So I want you to take your mat and I want you to roll it up at least to midway. Roll it up where half of your mat is rolled up. And then your bottom is going to go on the rolled up portion. So you're gonna sit on the rolled up section of it. And then your upper back is gonna go on the flat section. So you're kind of pretending like you're elevating the bottom just a little bit. It should put you into a slight pelvic curl where you are. Your arms are gonna go long on the outside of the mat. And then you're gonna bring your right leg up to tabletop and then your left. I want you to bring your heels together, turn the toes out. And we'll do a little hip work here, but it's gonna feel like abdominal work as well. You're gonna push away, extend through the legs. You're gonna resist back in. You'll notice if you take the legs too low, you become a seesaw. So you'll have to find that happy place where you're getting the work, but not falling over. Reach and squeeze, pretend that your feet are in the straps. Find that vision in your mind. You're gonna press the feet away and hold. You're gonna drop the legs down some, circle the legs around, find a nice little stretch there as you open heels together at the top. Exhale, push down, inhale, open. If that little rolled up portion does not feel good on your low back for some reason, then just unroll, do it on a flat mat. Good, let's switch directions. Open the legs, find a big stretch, pull down and around. Should feel good to open the legs, stretch to the hips there. Feel the abdominals kick on as you draw the legs together, pull the inner thighs. You're gonna draw this down and around, pull the heels together and pause. You're gonna open the legs out, find a big stretch. Exhale, draw back in together using those inner thighs and the abdominals. Your quads are on fire too. Exhale, pull. 2 more. 1 more. And then we'll pull all the way into your chest, hug the knees. And then you're gonna roll over to one side. We'll unroll our mat back to a flat surface. Then we're gonna find ourselves down on the mat again. Your knees are bent, your feet are flat. And then we're all the way down on our back. The arms are gonna go long down by your side. Working through spinal articulation next in our 12 block system. So we'll tuck the pelvis and then slowly lift the hips into the air and hold this at the top. Now I want you to pretend that your heels are on the foot bar and you're pulling the carriage in towards that foot bar and you're holding it there. Sometimes it makes the hamstrings start to scream a little bit as we hold it there. and then scoop and roll down. I want you to put a little bit more of your focus into the abdominals in the back. You're gonna tuck the pelvis, really engage, and then slowly lift and hold it at the top. You'll be stronger here. Press into the arms, keep pulling that imaginary carriage in towards the foot bar, feeling the legs fire up a little bit more whenever you do that. You're gonna scoop and roll down. Good, again, we're gonna tuck the pelvis. We're gonna lift the hips into the air and we're gonna hold this at the top. Keep pulling that imaginary carriage in towards your heels, pressing down into the palms, and then scooping and rolling down. Good, we're gonna tuck the pelvis, lift the hips into the air and hold this at the top. And then take your right leg up to tabletop, hold it there. You're gonna extend the leg straight up, reach the leg low, pause, bend the knee into tabletop. Extend up, lower, and bend the knee in. Lift, lower, and bend in. One more. Pause, you'll bring the foot down, stay lifted. Bring your left leg up to tabletop, keep pulling that carriage in, extend the leg up, lower the leg, bend into tabletop. Lift, lower, and drag. Lift, lower, and drag. One more. And then bring the foot down and scoop and roll down. Your right leg comes up to tabletop and then your left. You're gonna extend the legs straight out and just lift your legs up to 90 degrees and hold here. You're gonna give me a tiny little bottom, let's not even call it a lift, tiny little bottom rolls basically to lift the body up and over. Instead of thinking about lifting the toes and touching the sky, I want you to think more of the toes going towards the wall behind you. And you can stay right here just to strengthen through those lower abdominals. Press into your arms. The arms are a big help here. Bend the legs back to tabletop. You can continue there or extend the legs all the way out. Inhale to 90. Exhale, rolling over nice and slow. At the backside, press into the arms, eyes on the legs. Flex your feet, open to the width of your shoulders. Maybe tap the floor and roll down. One vertebrae at a time, engaging your quads, pressing into the arms. At 90, you'll circle the legs back together. Inhale to 90 again. Exhale, up and over. You'll flex the feet back towards you, open to the width of your mat, your shoulders. You'll roll down as you tap. Legs at the top, and you circle around. Inhale to 90, exhale, rolling over. At the top, you flex, open, tap low, and then roll down, engage your quads. Right above that knee, keep it strong, keep the flex, and then circle around. Let's do one more. Keep the eyes on the sky, make sure you're not turning the head. Exhale, rolling over, flex your feet, open, tap, and then we roll down one vertebrae at a time, scooping through the belly, and then at the bottom, pull together, pull the knees into your chest and hug them. You can even take your arms out to a T and just lay your legs over to one side, all the way down to the mat, find a little stretch for the spine, and then turn your head to the opposite side. You're gonna bring your legs back into the center and then take the legs over to the opposite side. Good. You're gonna bring the hands on your knees and rock yourself up to a seated position and then find your way around onto all fours. I want you to find that imagery again in your mind of the foot bar underneath your hands. And your feet are on the carriage and your heels are gonna go up against the shoulder blocks back behind you. So you're in an elephant right now. You're pressing your chest towards your legs. And you may have to walk the feet in a tiny bit because I want you to try to get the heels down as much as you possibly can. So not as far as we normally spread out for our pike here. Just keep pressing the chest towards your legs. Kind of wiggle your toes in the air for me there. That way we really sink into the heels. Now I want you to pull in and up through your belly and think of moving the carriage. So I want you to walk your feet in one step, And then I want you to walk them back one step. Really, it's more like half of a step there. But I want you to try to press the heels down no matter where the feet are. So you're going to exhale deeply, pull the feet in. Inhale, walk them back. Exhale, walk them in. Try alternating feet. Inhale, walk them back. Find that deep engagement here. Exhale, pull in. Inhale, walk them back. You should find that you're able to get your feet closer eventually. Exhale, pull. The legs start to stretch out. Inhale, walk them back. One more. Exhale, pull in. Inhale, walk them back. Now I want you to go into your toes, shift forwards into a plank position. Take a deep breath. Lift your chin ever so slightly and look forward for just a second, just to lift the head. Good. You're going to lift the hips into the air and find that pike position, and then go back into your plank. We practiced this in our warm up. Now we're going to use it in our workout. You're going to lift the hips, take your right hand across to the opposite ankle, shift back forwards, come into your plank. You're going to lift the hips, opposite hand to opposite ankle, alternating sides. Come back into your plank. You're going to lift. Again, continue to think about being on the carriage, maybe moving the carriage in and out, shifting, finding that little cross, a little saw, but upside down here. Good. Let's do one more. Perfect. You're going to bend your knees out wide, sit back on your heels, and reach the arms out in front of you. Take a nice big breath there. You're going to slowly drag the fingertips back towards you, and then we're going to go seated on our bottoms. Let's call it on our carriage. You're going to pretend that your legs are extended through your shoulder blocks. Your feet are extended out in front of you. And I want you to take your right leg over the left leg. We're going to do rowing. And I think you're going to find it challenging on the mat, even with no straps. A really good way to learn the rowing series, though. So the arms are going to reach out in front of you as if your hands are in the small straps. You're going to sit tall here. You're going to bring your hands all the way together, make a fist, and then you're going to pull the fists in towards the sternum, and you're going to hold it on the sternum. You're going to hollow your belly and slowly roll back here, just going midway down. Now you're going to keep the internal rotation of the hands and the shoulders, press out, hold there, and then fold forwards, bring your hands back behind you. Now a big stretch for the shoulders, reach the arms all the way up and over in front of you, sit tall, make a fist, and then pull the hands into the sternum. Hollow your belly, roll backwards, hold this. Reach the arms out to the side, palms backwards, fold forwards, bring the hands back behind you, circle the arms up and over, big stretch, and then roll up. Pull the hands into your sternum, hollow the belly, roll back. Good, reach the arms out, hold there, and then pressing forwards, hold, circle the arms up and over. We're gonna do one more here. You're gonna pull those spines up, then pull the hands into the sternum, hollow your belly, roll back. Internally rotate from the shoulder, arms go out, fold forwards, hands go behind you, and then circle the arms up and around. You're gonna sit tall, hold this. I want you to take your right leg, uncross it, and lift the leg and shift back just a little for a one leg teaser. Hold that. Take the leg down to the mat and then exhale, lift. Same leg, that right leg lifts. 7, 6, keep engaging the quad on that leg. 5, lift the chest a little. 4, really good prep for teasers. And 2, and 1. Bring that leg down, fold forwards. You should feel a little bit of length on that leg. You're gonna roll up from there, this time crossing the left leg over. You're gonna have your arms out in front of you. Palms are gonna face up towards the sky, but pretend that you have the small strap in your hands still. You're gonna curl the arms in towards you. You're gonna hollow your belly, roll down. As you go down, pull those elbows in by your side. Now, just the arms go. You're gonna reach the arms, and then you're gonna exhale, extend through your spine, come up, reach the arms out in front. You're gonna curl the arms into 90 degrees, hollow the belly, roll down, then lower the elbows down, hold. Inhale, reach the arms, exhale, come up, reach the arms out in front. Curl into 90, hollow the belly, roll down, keep those legs engaged, reach just the arms, And then exhale, lift, reach forwards. The arms come in, you roll back, elbows drop, then they lift and you come up. Arms reach forwards. You're gonna come down some, keep the spine as long as you can. Lift the left leg up, drop the left leg to the mat. Exhale, lift, inhale, lower. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. That leg goes down. It should feel longer as well. And then fold yourself forwards. We're going to spin the legs around behind us, coming back into that front support position. This time, still envisioning that we're on the reformer, but we're going to go into a plank position and hold. This can always be done on the knees or on the forearms, the same exercise. You're going to slowly extend your right arm out in front of you. It's going to feel a little odd. You're going to have to shift the body weight a little, then bring it back down. You're going to bring the left arm out in front of you and exhale, pull it down. Inhale, reach it out. Exhale, pull as if you're pulling into the foot bar. One more. Inhale out. Exhale, pull. Now sit back on your heels, make a fist, and just roll your hands around a little bit, letting those wrists take a little break. If that's too much on the wrist, then go down to your forearms. You can do the same exact exercise. You can keep what we just did, go to the forearms, or meet me back in that front support position, and we'll add the legs. But as you draw everything back in, I want you to think of pulling the carriage in towards the foot bar and using your exhale. So we're going to find ourselves back in the front support and hold. Spread your feet just a little bit wider for support here. You're going to reach your right arm out in front. Your left leg lifts too. It's much harder than what you think. Exhale, pull down. Switch. So it's opposite arm, opposite leg, exhale, pull. It's okay if you're bobbling all over the place. Inhale, reach. Exhale, pull. Inhale, reach. You're going to be better on one side. Exhale, pull. Reach and pull down. One more. Exhale, pull. That's enough for me. Knees down. Sit back on your heels. Arms out in front. Good. Drag those fingertips back towards you. And then let's move into some scooter. So we'll start out standing and then we'll do scooter on the mat as well. You're going to take it to one side of your mat. I'm actually going to have my right foot on my carriage, which is going to be my mat. My left foot is on the floor, and I'm going to bring my hands out in front of me, and I'm going to hollow my belly just a little bit here. I'm going to go into a little squat. My right foot is just on the toes beneath me. It's not taking a lot of weight. I'm going to stay in this position. I'm going to push the leg back and exhale, pull the knee back in line with the other one. Inhale, push back. Exhale, draw in through the belly. Inhale, reach. Exhale, pull. That standing leg should be taking a lot of work. Good. 2 more. 1 more. Come in and then fold forwards. Find a little stretch there. You're going to hollow your belly. We're going to roll this up. And then we're just going to shift over to the other side of our mat, other side of our reformer. Now my right foot's on the floor. Left foot is on the carriage, just on the toes. Bend the knees, both of them. Reach the arms in front. Hollow the belly, some little tuck of the pelvis. You're going to inhale, send the left leg back. Exhale, pull it in. Inhale, send it back. Exhale, pull. 3, 4, 5. Use your breath. 6, exhale. 7 and 8. Straighten the legs, fold this forwards. While we're folded forwards, we'll just take it onto the hands. And then I want you to take your toes onto the mat and bend your knees here. You'll hop this back just a little bit, but it's going to be closer in than the knees beneath the hips. So you'll have it a little further in this time. You're going to find a hover here with the knees. We always find this one to be more challenging than what it seems. You'll shift forwards. The knees will hover over the mat. You're going to round the back as deeply as you can. Stay on your toes. Knees are lifted. Right leg goes back with an inhale. Exhale, pull it in. Switch legs. Inhale back. Exhale, pull. 3. Stay rounded through that back. 4, a lot of flexion. 5, back, exhale, pull. 2 more, and pull in, drop the knees, and sit back on your heels and take a breath for a minute. We deserve a little breath here. Bring the hands maybe back behind you. Take about 3 breaths here. Reach the arms out in front of you, and then we'll drag those fingertips back towards us again, slowly rolling up. We're gonna bring it onto our hands, into a pike, and then we'll walk our hands back towards our feet. You're gonna slowly roll up one vertebrae at a time, and then grab a drink if you need one. Also grab your light set of weights. We're moving on to the arm section of our blocks series here. So hands on the weights, a lot of focus on the shoulders on this one, and it's pretty repetitive, but tricky sometimes. So if I get off, correct me and keep going. The arms are gonna be long. I want you to lift the arms up out to a T. You're gonna pull them in front of you. Arms go back out to your T, and then they lower. Arms lift, bring them in front, out to your T, and you lower. Here's 3, in, out, and down. 4, in, out, and down. 2 more. That's all we need of this little round. Then we'll add on. Bring it in, out, and down. Now roll the shoulders back just a couple of times. Adding on to that, we'll lift the arms, pull the hands in front. You'll pull the elbows back, reach the arms forwards, arms out to a T, and back down. Lift, forwards, pull back, push, T, and down. Work in your brain too. Lift, pull in front, pull back, out, and down. Sorry, you guys. I feel like that cut out for a second. Pull back, reach forwards, out, and down. Good. Lift, pull in front, pull back, reach, out, and down. One more. Lift, front, pull, push, out, and down. Roll those shoulders back a couple of times here. Good. Now, adding on, you're going to lift the arms, bring it in the front, pull the arms back, rotate the arms, rotate them back down, push in front, out to a T, and lower. Lift in front, pull back, open out, down, reach out in front, out to your T, and we're back down. Lift, front, pull back, rotate them up, down, push in front, out to a T. If those weights become too heavy, just ditch them and we'll just use the arms. Lift, in front, pull back, rotate, down, reach, push out, and down. We're gonna do one more here. Lift, push in front, pull back, rotate, back down, reach out in front, T, and down. Roll your shoulders back a couple of times. We just have one more round. This time we're adding on the overhead press. Here we go. Lift the arms, bring it in front. Tiny bend to the knees, elbows bend back. Rotate it, push up over your head. Bend at the elbow, rotate it down, press in front, back where you came from. Lift, here we go. In front, pull back, rotate, push up over the head, down, rotate it down, press in front, out, and down. Woo! Lift, front, pull back, rotate, press. Rotate them down, front, out to a T. You can do this again. Yes, here we go. Lift, front, pull back, rotate, go down, in front, out, and down. Let's do one more already here. Come on, lift, in front, pull back. Rotate them, push up over your head, bring it down, rotate the arms down, bring it out in front, arms go out and down. Woo! Chin to chest. Let's roll this down. Keep those weights, let those arms hang, give you a nice stretch there. And then slowly roll back up, letting the weights of the hands pull on the shoulders just a bit. You can set your weights to the side. We won't use them again, so you can set them completely away. We're gonna go back down onto our mat. And I want you to go seated on your bottom. And we're gonna simulate tendon stretch on our mat. I wish I could say that it's more fun on the mat than it is on the reformer to get that carriage back in, but it's pretty tough on the mat too. So fingertips are gonna face directly towards you. Again, a great way to practice it on the mat and then perfect it on the reformer some more. So you're gonna go into a reverse tabletop, lift the hips, open the shoulders there. You can drop the head back if that feels good to your neck. If it doesn't, then just keep the chin down towards the chest. We'll eventually keep the head down for our tendon stretch. You're gonna come down, rest for just a second. Eventually we won't have that full rest. You're gonna come up to the tabletop, walk your feet out in front of you a little bit more space. Lift the hips into the tabletop and hold. Open the chest, open the shoulders. Now, you're gonna send your hips back through your hands, keeping your bottom lifted and your feet are separated on the mat. You're gonna lift the hips back up into that tabletop or reverse tabletop hold. And then the hips stay lifted. You're gonna send them back, press up through your arms, hollow your belly, lengthen the legs, and send it up to that reverse tabletop. One more, then I'll give your hands a break. You're gonna send it back, press through your heels, lift up through the belly, pull, pull, pull. Let's send it up to the tabletop, and then sit your hips down. Roll your hands out just a little bit. We're gonna do 2 more. And I really want you to think of your feet being on the carriage, your hands on the foot bar, and you're pulling the carriage in and lifting your hips up into the air. We've done this one lots in class, and it's a struggle to get the carriage in, but this will help you with that low belly lift here. Feet out in front, we'll lift into that reverse tabletop. And then exhale, fold the body forward, send the hips back, deeply pull in. Think of pulling the carriage in towards you, and then send it back up into that tabletop. One more only. Exhale, pull, 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 and then sit the hips down. You'll fold this forwards, find a relax for the legs and relax for the arms, kind of massage those wrists if you need to. Good, we're gonna go seated in a mermaid position. So my left leg is forward. If you wanna put your right forward, that will mimic the direction that I go. And then the shin would typically be up against the shoulder blocks on this one. Really try to sit both hips down, hold this, good. Bring your hands up behind your head and just want you to go towards your right. If you have your right leg forwards, go towards the right. Go down, I'm going towards that front bent knee, and then exhale, lift. We'll add on in just a second. Inhale as you go over, just finding a little bit of engagement work, warming this up. 2 more. 1 more. I want you to feel the change whenever we change this. Extend that leg long and put a lot of weight into it in the mat. So I want you to put one hand down onto the mat. I want you to go over and then exhale, lift, but there's no weight on this hand now. The hand is just there. Exhale, lift. You should feel a lot of work on that leg. Down, feel the obliques helping you up there. 4, press into that foot. 5, inner and outer thigh working. 6, 2 more. 1 more. And 8, bend that knee back in, rotate towards the shin on that leg that was probably feeling that a lot. We'll lift this up, we'll switch legs. So opposite leg goes in front. You probably have your left leg in front now. Your hands come up behind your head. Try to sit both of those glutes down on the mat. We'll just barely go down with an inhale. Exhale, lifting. And 3, exhale, lift. 2, 1 more. Find the change here, extend that top leg out, put a lot of pressure into the foot as if your foot is in the strap on the reformer. Hand comes down, but there's not a lot of weight. You go down, and then you exhale, lift. Inhale, we lower. Exhale, lifting. This teaches you to keep this leg strong. It will help you once you're back on the equipment and up on top of that box for side overs. 4, exhale, lift. 5, use your breath to come up. 6, 2 more. 1 more. And then we come all the way up. Bend that knee in, we rotate towards that shin and hold. Good, you can do the next exercise on the hand or the forearm. I know that your wrists might be getting tired, so you make that choice. I'm gonna come down onto my hand on one side, and I'm gonna lift on the knees, and I'm gonna lift the top arm up and hold here. I'm gonna give you options in a second to take it to the feet as well. So mimicking the star on the reformer, pretend like your hand is on the foot bar and your top arm is gonna move as you move the carriage. So right now, pretend the carriage is out. You've pushed away from the foot bar. You're gonna exhale, pull the carriage in towards the stopper, pull the arm down. Feel the work there. Inhale, push the carriage away. Exhale, pull the carriage in. Feel your obliques fire up right there. Inhale, reach out. Exhale, pull in. 1 more. Feel that bottom arm start to shake a little. Exhale, pull. Good, we're gonna come up on the knees. Immediately go to the other side, but we'll come back to that one in just a second. You'll come into that kneeling star position. Arm comes up here. Now, right now, pretend that the carriage is pressed out. You're gonna exhale, pull the carriage back into the stopper. Inhale, reach the arm away. Exhale, pull in. 2 more. You have 1 more. Good. We're gonna switch sides. I'm gonna give you a challenge. If you wanna take it, you can, or you can stay exactly where we were on that one. On this one, I'm gonna take the top foot in front and the bottom foot in back. Hold there. I'm gonna lift the top arm. Only if you want to, you're gonna lift the top leg and hold. Now pretend the carriage is pressing away. You're gonna exhale, pull the carriage into the stopper. Inhale, push the carriage away. Exhale, pull it into the stopper. Feel those bottom obliques fire up. Inhale. Exhale, pull in. 1 more. Those look great, you guys. And then exhale, pull. Good. You'll bend the knees, come down. 1 more on the other side, then we'll finish off with some back extension. Either on the knees, or you send the top foot in front, bottom foot in back, the top arm comes up, and then you'll lift the top leg if you want to. Hold here, the carriage is out right now. You'll exhale, pull the carriage into the stopper towards that hand that's on the mat. Inhale, push away. Exhale, pull in. Inhale, push out. 2 more. 1 more. Big push here. Exhale, pull. Good. Shift down to the front and then lower yourself all the way down to the mat. So I'm gonna call this one the name that it is. We're gonna do pulling straps 1 and 2. Now, obviously we can't lower our arms down beside our reformer, but pretend that you have the ropes in your hands and your tummy is laying on the box facing towards the tower. We've all done this one many times. So you'll lift the chest, pull into your strap, squeeze your legs together, draw the shoulder blades down and back, and then exhale, lower. Envision those ropes in your hands. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lowering. 2 more. Inhale, lifting. And then exhale, lower. 1 more. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower down. Now, take your arms out to a T for pulling straps 2. The palms face down, the pinkies face in. You'll take your hands, lift them up slightly off the floor. That's your rest position. You'll inhale, lift the chest, pull the pinkies to your hips, and then exhale, lower the chest, the arms go to a T. Again, really good precursor to doing it on the box and getting your hands in the right position. Exhale, lower. Feel that upper back work. Inhale, lift, draw those hands back towards the hips. And then exhale, lower. You're gonna do one more. Inhale, lifting. And then exhale, lower down. You're gonna bring your hands up underneath you and then come onto your knees. And I'm gonna have you take a seat on your bottom. I just want you to sit with your legs crossed and knees bent. And then I want you to find some flexion of the spine to reverse that back extension a little bit. Just folding forwards, however it feels comfortable to you. Drag your fingertips back towards you, and then we'll take a couple of breaths here together before we finish our session today. Roll your shoulders back, and you're welcome to close the eyes if you'd like. I want you to find the trail of the breath. Just kind of settle in, take a breath on your own first. Good. I want you to breathe in from the belly, the chest, and the nose. Then out of the mouth, the chest, and the belly. Feel it fall. Breathe in from the belly, the chest, and the nose. And then out of the mouth, the chest, and the belly. One more together. In from the belly, chest, and nose. Out of the mouth, chest, and belly. Move your head from side to side. Maybe drop the chin to the chest and find a little stretch there. Lift the head and then roll your shoulders back, and you can open your eyes whenever you're ready. Hopefully your body feels better and you connected with some of those movements a little bit deeper and you felt as if you were on the equipment today. You did a wonderful job. I'll see you guys next week on Monday and Thursday again. As always, let me know if you have questions for me. Reach out over email or text message. I'm going to unmute those of you that are live with me now.